Welcome back to the Final Fantasy Tactics All Oracles Challenge being recorded here in February of 2022. Let's get right to it because this is a fast battle and there's a lot to talk about. This is the battle that I have more failed attempts at than any other battle so far in this challenge run. I think I had 5 failed attempts of this fight before I got this one to stick. This is the one where you have to protect Rafa and you've got 3 insanely deadly enemies up there. And you can't control what Rafa does. So you have to kind of manipulate the numbers of the battle to kind of force different things to happen. And so I tried a few different setups and finally found one that I got to work. So the very first attempt, nobody had sprint shoes on, they all had Germanus boots. I found that was a disaster because Rafa got a turn before us. She took a hit from Elmdor, which she's always going to do here in this one with our speed setup. And then she would just charge at the thieves, the assassins, to swing her stick at them. And then they would just go like stop bracelet and then double attack. So the bad plan there. With sprint shoes, we get actions before the assassins do. All of us can. We can't beat Elmdor. And a small error here is I did not save any like twist headbands or any of those like thief hat kind of items that give you an extra speed. I may have been able to get Ramza a turn before Elmdor because I checked their speed before. I could have tied Elmdor in speed. As it was, Elmdor was always going to go first. And so I had some things I could do. I could move Ramza up to attack one of the assassins to at least get in their way a little bit, but Rafa would often kind of counteract that by walking around Ramza. I can move Ramza to the front, to the top of that chimney and swing at the blue-clad assassin. Maybe lead, I can't remember which one is which. But then Rafa would walk around me and try to attack the other one and then just be exposed to, to the other assassin. They would always come after her. Now, my other oracles, they're going to get an action before those, the assassins, and I put them in that spot specifically because they are now all within 4 tiles of the blue-clad assassin. So before that assassin moves, they can actually all target life drains on her. Okay, so that's always going to happen. He's going to come down, and one of the times she actually got charmed, and that was curious. So she took some damage here. Now what ended up making the difference is I put the heal staff on Ramza. So the assassins could not come down and take her out in one shot, I believe is what the game calculated. So instead of the assassins running down at her to try to take her out in one shot immediately, she had a little more hit points, so the assassins actually kind of work around back. It may have been also because we've got charging mages down here. They were like maybe going to try to run down here to the charging mages and do something to us. But this was all critical because we got all these spells targeted before the assassin could move out of range. So they're all just down here. They're in regen with their bags because I didn't think their weapons were going to come in handy. Turns out they actually maybe might have if one of those spells had missed. So I probably should have put the sticks on them. But they've all got sprint shoes so they can go. Now there is that's what Rafa tended to do. She just comes up to that as close as she can and hits them. Now she did hit, I guess that's Celia who I just targeted. And she's casting a spell on us. She's charging a spell. She took a 32 damage hit, and instead of going after Rafa, they did what I wanted them to do, which is come down here towards my oracles and try to get them going. So this is a life drain. If all 3 of these go, I think we're in good shape. So they're all in the, I think the upper 80% to hit. But I may have found here the setup that works. Just go with the heal staff for Ramza so he can heal some of the damage Elmdor does. And then that just seems to change what these assassins want to do. Again, alternatively, I could have brought a twist headband in here, but I had sold them all. I didn't have any to change out. Could have gotten Ramza maybe up in front of there and maybe taken Elmdor's attack instead of Rafa. But anyway, that's it for this battle. So it took a long time, several failed attempts before we got there. When you find the successful strategy, it's a short battle, and that is it for Riovanes Castle, and that is it for Chapter 3. If you've been liking these videos, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment what you think, and hit me up on Twitter where I'm active_ATE. We will see you in Chapter 4.